So what is strings? Strings is a group of characters or collection of characters or a sequence of characters. For example, if you say hello is a string of 5 characters, right? Basically, combination of characters. That's called string. String is immutable. What is meant by immutable? So string is immutable object. That means it is constant. Cannot be changed once it has been created in the memory. You cannot change that value. If you try to modify, a new memory will be created. So that will be going to create a new memory and stores them. So old value, it won't change. That's what a constant, right? The value cannot change. That's a constant. So the string class is basically a final class. String class is a final class. You cannot inherit this final class also. Okay, you cannot inherit the final class also. And this class is mainly used to create immutable strings. That means that strings cannot be modified. You can create with a string class. Whenever we change any string, a new object is created. So that's what the string means, immutability. Sir, no, I want to create a mutable string. Then what is the option for me? You can say, you can use string buffer and string builder classes. Any one of them you can use to create a mutable strings. Mutability means you can change same string. So the memory won't change. Same memory will be, new value will be updated. But string, if you try to modify, a new instance will be created. So that's why there is a lot of difference between string, string buffer, string builder classes. So string is immutable class. String buffer, string builders are mutable classes. That means you can modify the string. Same string you can modify. That's a string buffer and string builder classes. Then there is a difference between string buffer and string builder also. I'll tell you that, okay? So as of now, understand string class basically immutable class which doesn't allow to modify any string. If you try to modify, you will get a new string that will create a new object in the memory. So that's a string. A string class implements the serializable, comparable, char sequence interfaces. So basically, these are all interfaces. Any interface you can implement in the class, right? Like that. These are all interfaces are implemented in the string class. So that's what I'm showing here. String class implements char sequence, comparable, serializable interfaces. So char sequence interface is nothing but a sequence of characters, but all related methods are available in the char sequence interface. And those interface are implemented in the this interface is implemented in the string buffer, string builder classes also. So that's what the string. But how can you create object for strings? There are two ways you can create object. One is string literal, another one is using new keyword. Class, right? For a class, you can create object using new keyword. That is the one way we know, right? The other way is using string literals. String literals, we know how you can declare the data using strings. String literal only till now we know. String literal is the one you can declare your string value. So I don't know whether I have shown you or not the memory, how it will, when there is a string literal, which memory it will go and store. Did I show or I'm not sure, but once again, I'll recap that. So string literal means, what is meant by string literal? This is the one way to create an object for a string. Java string literal is created by using double quotation marks. See, string S equal to, within double quotes, if you keep Ramesh Key automation platform, this is the one string literal. Each time you create a string literal, the JVM takes the string constant pool memory. In the heap memory, there is a special memory called string constant pool. Heap memory inside a special memory that is called string constant pool. If the string already exists in the pool, a reference to the pooled instance is returned. If the string doesn't exist in the pool, a new string instance is created and placed inside the string constant pool. So that's when you write string S equal to Ramesh Key automation platform, S is a reference of object that is pointing to string constant pool memory. So string S1 equal to welcome, string S equal to welcome. Now, first what will happen? The string S1 welcome, that will go and store in the heap memory inside. String constant pool memory will be there. There it will create that welcome. Now, second one, string S equal to welcome. So this also, it will go and check. Basically, immediately what it will happen? String literal, it will go and check in the constant pool. Okay, welcome value is there. Then it won't create another memory. Now, one memory is created already for the welcome. Now, two references are referred by one value. So that means, so it is not creating another memory for your value if it is already exist in the constant pool. So that's why many people will use string literals only to create object for strings, because it saves the memory. If it is already there, and it won't create one more memory. So that's what even for example, employees, all this employee list are all your student list, student names you want to store. If same name is there, you don't create another object. Otherwise, it is waste of memory, and also it's a tough, right? Performance will go down. So in order to make that, so people will use string literals, and string objects are stored in special memory is known as a string constant pool. So why Java uses a string literal concept is it's a more memory efficient. So no new objects is created if object exists in the string constant pool, if already present in the string constant pool. So that's the string pool. So how you can recognize string constant pool? How you can recognize a string constant pool? So it should be enclosed in double quotation marks. So that is called string literal. Okay. So the second way to create object is using new keyword. So string str object equal to new string Java. So how many objects will create here? This is another interview question. How many objects will create here? So total 2 objects will be created here with a new keyword for a string class. One is heap memory object. Another one is, this is then double quotation marks, where it will go and store constant pool. So objects will be created here. So in So JVM will create a new string object in the normal heap memory, and the literal, so this is Java. So this is the typo. So this Java will be placed in the string constant pool. The variable str object will refer to the object in the heap memory. So that's when you create an object with a new keyword, objects will be created. Two objects will be created. So which is the more efficient, string literal or are we using new keyword? So always string literal is more memory efficient. So what is string literal? I already told, if you enclose anything in double quotation marks, that's called string literal, and it will go and store in the string constant pool memory, which is there in the heap memory inside, a special memory called string constant pool for the literals. So anything the double quotation marks, whatever is there, that's called string literal. Okay. See, please understand here on these areas, a lot of interview questions here. See, difference between string literal and string object. So S4, S3, this green color one, the cloud, that is string literal. S1 is the object you created with a new keyword. S is another object you created with a new keyword. So this memory address is different, and this memory address is different. So basically, if you use a S1 double equal to S2, what is the output you will get? S1 double equal to S2.
False.
True.
So how it will be
False.
true? It is false, right? This memory
Address.
This memory is
Sorry, memory address are different.
double equal to means what it will compare. First, you should know what is double equal to will do. Double equal to will compare the integer numbers, not the content of a string. You should know that first. This S1 contains the integer number. That integer number and this integer number same or not, it will compare. So that will be false you will get. Now, S4 double equal to S1. So what is the output you will get?
False, I think, sir.
False.
I think why? This
It's
memory
false.
is different, right?
Yes, sir. False.
This memory is different. It's a false only. So here is all the combination. This is the interview questions. Everything here I'm discussing here interview questions. Even multiple choice questions you will get in this. String A equal to Java. So this will go in which memory it will store? This one, first one.
Constant pool.
Constant. String B equal to Java. This will go store in where?
Constant.
Same
Constant
place.
pool. Now here, so what is the A double equal to B means?
True.
Because both are in the same constant pool memory, because same value, right? So both will refer to same memory. So that's why it's a true will return. So another interview questions here. String C equal to new string Java. String D equal to new string Java. So system.out.println string C equal to D. So here you can see here string D equal to new string Java. String C equal to new string Java. So C double equal to D. So what is the output here you will get?
Object.
False.
False, because first one is different object. Second also different object. That's a false you will get. So always remember, when double equal to if you are using, it will compare the object addresses, not the content. So when you want to compare the content, That's a different. You have to use equals method. Okay. See here, string E equal to ZDK, string F equal to new string ZDK. Now, if you use E double equal to F, this also returns false. So you should use the string literal notation when possible. So it is easier to read and it gives the compiler a chance to optimize your code. So if you want to compare, so the content, E and F content, then use equals method instead of double equal to use equals method. So that will give the content. You can compare the content. So there is an internal method. There is an internal method. When you create an object with this new string, new keyword and object, you won't get the content. JDK content you won't get. To get that, you need to apply internal method. So then this JDK will come to F. Otherwise it won't come. That Java by default doesn't put all string object into string constant pool. So now this won't go and put it inside the string constant pool. Instead, they gives you flexibility to explicitly store any arbitrary object in string constant pool. You can put any object to string constant pool by using internal method of string class. When you create using string literal notation of it, automatically will go and store in the constant pool. So this one, string E equal to JDK, this will go and store directly in the string constant pool. But when you create object with a new keyword, this doesn't move this JDK to string constant pool. To move this JDK to constant pool, you have to call explicitly internal method on this. If you call here dot inter, then this will go to constant pool. That's the internal method main usage. So always remember that literal strings are returned from string constant pool and Java put them in the pool if not stored already. The difference is very clear here. When you compare two string objects using equality operator, so that will compare object's address. So when you want to compare to string content, use equals method, not double equal. That's the difference between double equal to and equals method. Equals method will compare the memory addresses, and the equals method will compare the content. That's the difference. If you know, it's easy to answer any kind of questions. So that's the theory part. Let's go and target all the methods, and a lot of methods are here. And so I want to show one more program also here. We can see that theory part. I'm just closing here.